boy.
It's bright. I said it's bright out.
Through this. I don't even know what time it is. But it's early. And we need coffee.
It is 7:10.
Last night was better because it wasn't so hot. But then it wasn't because the bed was like a lukewarm marshmallow. And every time our booties touched, like it just kind of like sunk.
Down in the middle. Lukewarm marshmallow. Are we staying out here for a minute?
Sure, unless you want to go take that back to your mom. It don't matter. I mean, I'd rather be out here.
Okay, I'm gonna take her hers and then come right back. So she wants half regular, half decaf.
With a truckload of cream and sugar.
4 creamers, no sugar.
That's a lot.
4 creamers, no sugar.
So basically she wants creamer with a splash of coffee.
It's not that bad because the creamers are small.
Creamer?
Creamer.
Oh boy. There's less people in the lobby this morning.
Well, breakfast has only been going for 10 minutes also.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right. It's way earlier than I thought it was.
Yeah. Breakfast didn't start till 7.
You talk about Kara. She was making peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. She goes, it's polarizing because everybody does it different. And I would imagine that making coffee is probably the same way.
Well, if she had wanted one of those, I would have put it at the bottom and then made the coffee on top.
Back in the day, I used to put sugar in my coffee. And we had cubes at PPI. And I would put the cubes in first and then pour the coffee on top of it.
So that the cubes would melt.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Look, I grabbed a cup, but I'm not fixing mine yet, so I'll just take it with me. Because I took 2 things off of there. Right. So we'll take her coffee and then go back.
And today is the day. We are out of here. I hope the cruise bed is better. I might have looked kind of rough this morning. What are you laughing at?
I'm just trying not to talk too loud in the hallway as we pass people's rooms.
I'm not talking loud.
Up loud.
Somebody said I could be Obama's voice double. I don't know.
I don't see that.
Yeah, you don't hear that.
Here, just hold this. I'm coming right back. You didn't have to stand up. I said you didn't have to stand up.
I mean, she did though.
Why?
Because she did. I'm just saying I don't know why she stood up. She just did.
No, but she didn't have to.
I'm just saying she did. You and your mom, that could be a whole channel. Like a show. But I'd have to run the camera. You couldn't run the camera. But to think I'm actually better at running the camera than being on the camera.
I don't agree. I think you're great on camera.
Yeah, but like, I think I catch more stuff on camera.
Where you want to sit?
Than other people. We were driving here, and right when that lightning struck and hit that tree,
Is when I looked away.
like you have this skill of just like looking away at the precise
inopportune moment.
And you just miss it. Like that tree, it just turned orange and lit up. Like, well, I saw a little flash.
No, I saw a big boom of color out the corner of my eye, and I heard it. You don't want a lid, right?
Nah.
Okay. I'm following you wherever you go.
Another rainy Tampa Bay night.
Oh, somebody janked up the door so it won't slam, so it won't close all the way?
No, I think it slams because it won't close all the way.
No. Oh, okay.
I think that's why it slams.
That makes sense.
So we'll pick dry seats.
I mean, this is what we did yesterday.
Yeah, that's fine. There's no cushions. We don't need the cushions. And since it's wet, we'll probably be the only ones out here. Nobody come out here with us.
Not this early, I wouldn't think. I said we keep recording before I've even stretched or cleaned up my face or put in contact or brushed my hair. So it's like looking like
somebody
sugar honey iced tea.
said the shots got me yesterday, and I immediately thought that they were talking about me looking like I took shots. We understand it. But
I forgot this is the moving table. Don't knock coffee onto me.
But then somebody was like, no, I think they meant the butt shots. Somebody commented, they go, I think they meant the butt shots from the other video. But then
Got you yesterday? What does that even mean?
that doesn't make sense because they said that before that video was even published.
Yeah.
So the only way that they could have said that is if they had early access as a member on Patreon. Now I'm completely confused.
I have no idea.
Yeah, so now I have no idea. If you left a comment on my video yesterday about the shots got me, what were you talking about?
I think they thought maybe you were drinking.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah, but because they don't realize that we recorded at like 7 a.m. and you recorded even before that because you were up at like 4:30 yesterday morning. So I'm thinking maybe your eyes not being fully awake yet and your voice being all Barry White.
But then the other thing was somebody said, I see the Apple. And you thought that they were talking about the MacBook Air. I don't know.
I think they were talking about the Apple on the computer. Like they thought you were trying to show off the computer. You were just showing them you were using your computer.
Oh, okay.
I assume that's what it meant.
It's the least expensive MacBook Air they have. I don't know about showing off. I don't know about showing off because Tampa is about showing off.
Oh, yesterday over at Cheesecake Factory.
Tampa's about showing off.
And the valet.
The valet.
Now that GT3 RS was nice though.
The valet, the people. But this is, what we were used to in Atlanta that we got. I don't
want to say away from.
We are not.
Had a lot of bug bites yesterday.
That's crazy. That we're not used to anymore. In Destin.
Be careful.
Destin's a little different.
Don't lean on this table, sir.
Destin is
chill.
But Destin, you'll see people wearing bathing suits more. Whereas Tampa, you probably won't see people wearing, walking around.
Oh, yeah, because you're not going to get straight to the beach from here, whereas Destin is on the beach.
So Destin, you walk around Destin, you see people in bathing suits and little fishnet cover-ups.
Yeah.
Whereas Tampa, if you walk around like that, people look like... But if you walk around some of the people at Tampa walk around in Destin, it's super skin tight, big booties.
Yeah.
I'm saying big booties because they were probably purchased.
The one you zoomed in on.
And yeah. Maybe they'll start making home kits. You can make their booty a home kit.
They do. They have those underwear that have the built-in padding.
Oh, man. I told my mom, I said, one day you're going to get, because we walked to the mall, and I said, Tesla, you can buy a car. She said, well, how did they get it in here? I said, well, obviously they built it inside the store. I was like, well, one day it get to the point where you can just order a car, it'll show up, you build it in your driveway with that one little Allen key, that's it.
I mean, they have kit cars already.
But the one little Allen key, that's it.
The IKEA Allen key.
And you'll have carpal tunnel when it's over, but you'll have a car.
Yeah.
But either way, we walked through the mall. Somebody had
if
on.
it sent IKEA style instructions to go with the building of the car.
Oh yeah, just no words, just these random pictures with these figures that look like people, but they're not. Pull up the internet because I just want to make a comparison because it's funny because we walk around or we're in Destin. Destin, you'll see people driving Aston Martin SUVs, the Cullen, Rolls Royce, Bentley, Bentayga. There's no shortage of exotics.
No, not at all.
But I've noticed here in International Plaza, maybe it's specific. Maybe International Plaza is kind of like the Phipps Linux of Atlanta, the Rodeo Drive of LA. But it seems like I'm gonna let this plane go by. People here are more interested in being recognized, not necessarily as people, but as dollar signs.
My mom yesterday, while we were walking around, she's like, "Oh, you're not wearing your Squirrel Tribe shirt," and I was like, "No."
Because I even saw this guy wearing these ridiculous sneakers, right?
Oh, you're looking.
But I couldn't remember the name.
Phone brighter if you need to.
I couldn't remember the name, and then I looked these sneakers up, and they were $1,700 for these Balmain. I ain't never heard of them.
You'll make it.
Balmain.
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 Hexagonal. I don't know what they're called, but that's what they look like.
But they're Balmain. And people are rocking these $1,700 sneakers. They look absolutely ridiculous.
Are you trying to?
I'm just trying to find a name. You can find a picture if you want.
But I say just hit images.
And that one right there. Homeboy was wearing those in Forever 21. He was wearing $1,700 sneakers shopping in Forever 21. Forever 21 is not an expensive store, is it?
Forever 21? No. Well, okay, so that's funny. Forever 21 was much cheaper, airplane, pre-C19, even during C19, because they had one at Sugarloaf Mills, and you could go in there and get shirts for like $7.99, $9.99. Yesterday when we went and took the kid and she found some clothes that she liked, pants were $34, shirt was $27.
Is it a store that warrants $1,700 sneakers to walk in?
No, not at all. Not in the least.
Somebody was wearing Balenciaga t-shirts. It's like, it was interesting to see like how people present themselves here compared to Destin.
But that was also one of the lower price point stores in the mall.
Balenciaga t-shirt. I'm just saying. They probably spent $200 on t-shirt.
I know.
Now, I will say that it was a little strange because I don't know. It was weird because I was standing there doing my thing, mainly because the internet was shoddy and I was trying to make some changes to some videos. So I was standing in the one spot of the store that had connection, right? Mm-hmm. And you then said, come over here and look at what Alyssa is going to be. She's trying on these clothes and she's going to buy these clothes. Come look at them. So as I walk over to the dressing room.
Now you can get a Balenciaga knockoff for $20.
Maybe.
Or the real one is $850.
$800 for a t-shirt.
And it looks like they took tape and just wrote out the word.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Either way, it's pretty stupid. It's pretty dumb. I think I would rather just pay the $20 to have my own t-shirt with my own name on it.
Yeah.
But I'm walking over there to see you guys at the dressing room, and I don't know if you noticed, but after I got to the dressing room, I just stayed there.
It's a joint dressing room for men and women.
It was weird because as I walked in, I could feel the guy right there staring at me as he was waiting on his boyfriend to come out of the dressing room. Mm-hmm. So I didn't want to leave again because it was weird.
Mm-hmm. Why?
It's just weird.
Why?
Do you feel weird when other men, more than likely men, stare at you?
Wouldn't it be when women stare at me? If we're trying to go same-sex there?
I'm going to say when someone may have interest in you stares at you.
Yeah, no, then it's like, the hell are you looking at? Yes.
A woman looking at you that's not into women would be like, what are you looking at? But a guy looking at you like, hey, girl.
No,
hey.
I have pepper spray. You should run. It has long distance.
So when I walk up and I can just feel this guy, it's just like.
Was it a Hispanic guy?
I don't know. He was the guy standing right there. I don't remember.
I think his daughter was in there.
No. The guy walked out. And I remember it because the guy walked out. He's like, he didn't want something.
Oh, yeah, he handed that shirt over. Yeah.
But normally it's like, I don't want it. Here you go. This was like, what? Because it's like very articulate.
Yeah.
How he chose to position his body and hand something.
Yeah.
And then he joined with the dude and they left.
I didn't see the other dude out there, that's why.
That's why I said I'm better behind the camera because I pick up on these things. Mm-hmm. And I catch these things and I see these little pieces that tell the story. Mm-hmm. Anyway, International Plaza is very, very interesting. Riding around Tampa, interesting. And yeah, so I'm ready to change locations.
Yeah. The only part so far that I've liked, because we've driven through a couple different areas, and Tampa happens to be huge, and we're going to be in a different part of Tampa when we get back, because I did not realize that all these little names encompass this big thing. I guess Tampa's like a county, and I was thinking it was like a city.
No, so Tampa's a city.
It's like Gwinnett, because inside Gwinnett you have Lawrenceville, Beaufort, Tequila, whatever. Well, inside Tampa you have Brandon and this and this and this and this and this.
Tampa's a city.
Well, it has other little cities inside the city.
No.
It does. Because where we're staying when we come back is not where we are
it's
now.
Still Tampa. All right, Destin. It's Destin. But you got Destin Beach. You got Destin Harbor. Proper. Mm-hmm. You got different.
But it still starts with the word Destin.
But Destin's the city. Like, it's just people know the little sections. Like,
Okay. Well, either way, where we've gone so far in Tampa is... See, we're going to be here. This is still in Tampa. That's still in Tampa. That's still in Tampa.
Then we're going to be in Brandon. Like, these are different cities.
But when you pull up Tampa on Hotels.com, Brandon is still considered Tampa.
Right.
Which is weird.
Because that's like pulling up Atlanta and you get in a hotel in Sandy Springs. They just say it because everybody knows Atlanta. But everybody doesn't know Brandon.
Okay.
They know Tampa. So it's like, I'm going to Tampa. Tampa Airport's where I'm flying at. Whatever, I'm going to go see the Tampa Bay Bucks. I'm going to watch the Yankees.
See, that's why I thought that was the way it is.
It's in Brandon, but they say Tampa. It's clickbait.
Yeah.
They got to be seen. They got to be seen. Otherwise, nobody... You got to think about how much in Georgia is considered Atlanta. And it's like, well, where are you from? We're from Atlanta. No, you ain't. You're in Lawrenceville.
So does that mean the Walmart we went to wasn't in Tampa? Even though it said Tampa?
I don't know. I had to look up the address.
Yeah, it's so confusing. But so far, the part I've liked the most was when we went.
Now, I will say, like in
the cruise
Atlanta,
ship.
Little Five, I don't think that's a city. It's just an area.
Mm-hmm. Probably.
So
I'm not 100% positive.
there's like little zones.
Yeah.
So.
But the part where they had all the nice houses right along the water line, that was nice.
On the way to Hyde Park.
Yeah.
That was nice.
Yeah.
Absolutely a neighborhood I would never want to live in, but
same.
Nice.
Yeah.
Probably crazy expensive.
Oh yeah, because there's trees nice. And shade.
I mean, these are like 1920s houses that people put some money into.
Yeah.
And
gonna be expensive.
hard pass. Like,
yeah.
But I want to talk about something in particular on this video besides this morning coffee chit chat time wasting that we've been doing, which apparently a lot of you enjoy, really. And I'm happy that you enjoy it because
this is what we do every day.
That's what we do every day. And, not everything has to be about
the world is ending.
Yeah.
If that's all you do and talk about and focus on, that's all you're going to hear and see. And then your mood is going to follow that. And then you're just going to be unhappy all the time.
I asked you a question yesterday. And I was like, well, who are your good news friends? Who can you call and say, hey, tell me something good?
Uh-huh.
And they tell you. And then you tell them something. And then you're happy for each other and you go on about your business.
Uh-huh.
Very few people probably have that. I
would call Tiano a good news friend.
I think you don't count because we're always together, right? But maybe
okay, thanks.
But maybe my brother, because like I rarely call him.
Oh, I could call Ellie the same way.
To say something like, or I'm calling him because I got good news for him.
Yeah.
So, meanwhile, it's probably easy to pick somebody on your phone and say, oh, something bad just happened to me. They're going to want to hear about this. Like,
yeah.
I know who to call and tell. Oh, yeah. It's like.
I was just thinking when you said call your brother or whatever else, I was just thinking that Ellie will send me a text every once in a while. She'll be like, oh my gosh, girl, I got these shorts. They're so cute. So I went back and got you a pair. And I'm like, thanks. Or she'll be like, hey, I was at Costco and I saw this thing I knew you'd love. So I got you some new knives. Thanks.
And, it's like, it's so easy. We could easily find so many bad things to talk about. Let's create a challenge. Let's find good things to talk about.
There's a lot of good things to talk about. Remember that butterfly we saw on the pathway yesterday?
Yeah.
It was really pretty. And the kid made sure it wasn't dead by using her foot to push it. But still, she made sure her hands were full, so I'll give her that. But she made sure it was out of the pathway so nobody stepped on it.
But last night I was watching a video on YouTube, and the creator's name...
You were on YouTube last night?
The creator's name was Eva Zubek, or Ava Zubek. EVA. How do you say that?
That's the one I heard you... EVA? Eva?
Yeah, Deliver Us from Eva. That was EVA.
Yeah, that was LL
But wait. How does Lewis spell Ava?
AVA. How Ava should be spelled. Ava.
Some say potato, some say potato.
Depends on what southern state you're from. Yeehaw.
No one says potato. It's either potato or potato. No one says potato.
Because they do the tomato, because British people say tomato.
Oh. whatever.
I get some tomatoes on my sandwich.
The point is,
Why are you so British?
is that I would much rather talk to you about real stuff and engage as human beings rather than saying, breaking news. All these problems just happened. Let me tell you all about, like.
No, you'll title a video "Breaking News" so people understand.
Nope.
Oh wait, no, I did breaking news because it was legit breaking news, like literally at the time.
I'm done with that.
Now, if there's something big that people need to know, I'm gonna say it so people understand they need to watch it right then. But generally speaking,
see, I don't want to do that.
What if it's good breaking news? Breaking news does not have to be bad.
Which is fine. It doesn't have to say breaking. I don't want my content to go stale. And if it's breaking news and somebody looks at your video 6 months from now, they're not going to be interested in it.
Huh.
So, Eva Zubek, she posted this video and she goes, she was gone from YouTube for 3 or 4 months.
That's one with the accent last night. Okay.
And she's like, why did I leave? She had 1.6 million subscribers, I believe. And she just never posted another video for months. There's reasonings behind it. And I actually remember her channel when it kind of first started, when she got that I think it was a Land Cruiser maybe. And this was like before we got our van, but it was interesting to see. It was like early Karen, Nate, when we kind of found them. It was interesting to see people beginning to travel this way.
You know what's funny? When you say gone for a few months and you're talking about a creator, most women, I don't know about men, but I think a lot of women will think to themselves, oh, she must have had some sort of work done and couldn't be on camera. If you say a female took time off from being in front of the camera when that was how she was making her money and doing whatever else, you're like, oh, maybe she got some work done. Bruising in the face, boobs, butt, something else.
I would have never thought that.
I know, that's why I said women.
I would have never thought that. But she gave a little bit of a background story behind why she started, why she kind of disappeared, was on hiatus, and what she planned to do moving forward. Now, I really like the polarizing statement that she made in the video about her next plan. So I'm not going to tell you guys, because if you are interested in her content, it's a huge spoiler, so I don't want to share that. But she said it, and I found myself yelling at the computer screen, like, why would you do that? And then she goes, you're probably asking yourself why I would do that.
You're like, she's also psychic. She forgot to put that in her bio.
But I'm not a commenter, so like I didn't leave a comment. I'm just yelling at the screen like, you're an idiot. Like, but anyway.
Did you just try to Ren and Stimpy? You idiot.
But she said that she received an email, which is it's terrible, because all right, so you said that other women would think that she had some work done, right? Mm-hmm. And she received an email from a viewer, and I want to say, did she? I don't know if you were listening. It felt like it came from a man.
I was probably reading my book, but maybe slightly listening.
She said the email said to her, "You probably quit and disappeared because you're physically and mentally too weak to finish your journey."
Oh, that's a man. Yep. Because I get those all the time. Because men, for some reason, have like, little D energy.
How could somebody do that to her? And literally all she's doing is driving through South America. Like, who does that? Mm-hmm. Who does that?
Mm-hmm. No, I get those all the time. There's numerous emails that I have blocked from men who think that because they are men, they know better than a female, and because a female doesn't reach out to them, some random stranger on the internet, to ask their opinion before they make a video, that obviously we're stupid and whatever else. And I'm like, gosh, some people, and it's not always men, there's women out there like that too, but some people just, they really think a lot of themselves.
She said it made her feel bad.
Yeah, understandably so.
She said it made her feel bad.
Stranger or not, it still messes with your sight, with your mind.
But she said it's okay. She said thank you, and it really like blew me away when she said that. So it triggered something inside of me, and I wanted to do the same. So I wanted to say thank you. I wanted to say thank you to everybody who has subscribed, who's watched videos, who's shared, who's commented, who's emailed, who's connected, who's joined Patreon, who's followed on Instagram. Everybody who's here for, not to sound like superficial, but here for me, here for us.
Mm-hmm. The right reason.
I just want to say thank you.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah.
Like, appreciate you guys for being there, watching. Squirrel Tribe Life, I think, is probably where you really want to be, because over there, it's, wow, thank you guys for taking us with you. We really enjoyed this video. Really cool. Love to see how you guys, are together as a family. So
now, I would like to say, like
please,
a little
please
side
say
note,
it. Please say it. It's got to be said. Disclaimer.
Disclaimer: douchebaggery aimed at my child or my family will not be tolerated.
It's just you don't need to bring that negativity.
Yeah,
and
don't bring
hatred over
negativity.
there.
If you have a negative life and you're miserable in your life, keep it in your life. Don't put it out at my family. Don't act like because we enjoy each other and have fun together and love each other, there's something wrong and then you need to crap on it.
We got to realize, though, that Eva Zubek, which I'm going to ask you later to do the same exercise in her comments to see, she's not immune. Amelia Hartford is not
Nobody
immune.
is.
Kara Nate is not immune. Allison Anderson is not immune.
No female is immune.
No creator. Kara Nate was getting crapped on.
Because that mustache, yeah, that's true.
Like, so, no one is immune, but hopefully we can get to a point in which it's content created and consumed for pleasure and enjoyment rather than for trolls and evil, terrible people.
Yeah, those people just get immediately blocked because they're not worth the energy that it takes to read their comments or reply to their comments.
And hopefully it's still a motivational push for anyone out there thinking about considering creating content or developing better relationships with people or family or traveling.
I had somebody ask me, they said that they wanted to start a channel or do something with their child in it, but they were worried about keeping them safe and stuff like that. Like, how do you put your child in there because of, you have your locations in there and there's comments and whatever else. And my daughter's 13, almost 14, and she doesn't read the comments, and because I get to all of them first. But even if she did, we would then have a conversation on why people are miserable, but then we'd also have a conversation on how nice people are, because you get both kinds. But the whole, how do you keep your child safe from, they said, from creeps and stuff like that, is you
awareness.
Parent. You be a parent. You are aware of what's going on.
Well, they need to be aware. If you shield them and block them from everything, then it's no different than when we have this illness flying around and people want to just be bathed in hand sanitizer.
All you're doing is killing your immune system.
Yeah, you need that exposure.
Yeah,
you need that awareness.
Yeah,
and enough to build up that immunity and that defense. Now, a friend of mine, he asked the same. He goes, man, I made some videos with my daughters and they had a blast. I had a blast. We want to do it. What do you think? Because he obviously knows what we do.
There's trolls and stuff out there.
What we do. So he knows what we do.
Yeah.
And, he comes to me with questions. He came to me the other day, a couple days ago. Kevin, my audio was busted. My video is ruined. What do I do? We fixed it. We fixed it. Like, how do you, to have the ability to have these talks and conversations also with people in these spaces where at the same time, if I said, hey, I could go to him for certain questions that I know he knows. And it's a beautiful.
It's beautiful, man.
Yeah, it's a beautiful give and take there. Mutually beneficial. And just truly just being friends, which he would be somebody I could call to, probably with good news.
I agree.
And so I said, look, if you're going to do it, that's fine. Let them know, number one. I said, but number two, do not let anybody in their school know that they're doing this.
Yeah.
Because that would probably be the worst. Like the kids in the school
are going to be the worst trolls of all.
You're going to have some that are like, wow, this is fantastic. You're going to have others that are, I don't care. You're going to have others that, I'm mad that you're doing this.
Yeah.
Or I'm mad
that your parents let you do
then it
it.
starts, well, you only have 2 subscribers. You got no views. And then it's, you got 1 million subscribers and 1 million views. Now I'm angry. Like, don't tell them in the school. Don't tell them. Don't tell them now. YouTube videos, people want to be seen.
Yes, like the little girl yesterday. So we're recording yesterday, and there's like 3 or 4 kids over here, and they go around where we are, so not to interrupt us. At least the guy tried to, but one of the girls just could not help herself. She come running back over and gets behind us, and she's like waving or whatever. And then when we go inside the hotel later, they're sitting there, and I don't know who decided to muster up the courage. The same one who put her hand in the camera, I think.
No, the older girl.
The older girl. She was like, "You guys doing YouTube or something?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she's like, "Oh." And then he tells the other girl, he's like, "You can't really see you. You can see your hand though." And you can see she's like, "Oh."
No. She says, do you do YouTube?" Because she wants to see herself on the video.
Yeah.
And you were like, "Well, my channel's Squirrel Tribe, but it's on his channel." But I don't think neither one of us really felt comfortable telling this little girl my channel name, so we just didn't.
Yeah.
But then I was like,
because you don't want a bunch of children in
but I was like,
viewers.
I said, we know you're there, but everybody else is just going to see your hand because it wasn't like you didn't really make it. But I think the point is that people, they like it. Like you record in public, they can't help but want to get in it. Like I don't understand. Like that's not me.
That's not me either.
Even though this is what I do, that's not me.
Yeah. Well, if it's my video, it is.
That's different.
I know.
That's different.
I know.
That's different. Which the video we did yesterday, I got to see how that one's doing. I
haven't checked. I liked it though.
Yeah, that one was fun. But I think that's what it should be about. It should be about having fun and doing what you're doing, and accomplishing goals with it for the greater good. Now, I'm just going to reiterate what I said earlier. I appreciate each and every one of you. I want to say thank you all today, and I'm going to continuously thank you guys moving forward with more and more of what I plan to bring you, which is going to be completely different than what we used to have here, because I'm over it.
Happy Father's Day, Squirrel Tribe's husband and the kid's father.
Wait, is it today?
It is today. Happy Father's Day,
shoot,
by the way.
Happy Father's Day to the fathers out there, which, I don't know how many are watching, but based on subscribers, most of my subscribers are female.
Yeah.
So, but for the men out there, the real dads, the fathers, happy Father's Day. And just because, I'm just going to say it, just because you made children don't make you a father, okay?
Correct.
Well.
Doesn't make you a dad.
Make you a dad.
There we go.
Biologically, scientifically, you're a father, but I think there's a difference between a father and a dad. Mm-hmm. So, to the dads out there, enjoy your day.
Yes.
And we will be recording more as we continue on this journey. We got a cruise. We got a cruise that we're going to get on. Apparently, it's the worst cruise ever.
According to this one person who, again, it's like there are people out there. We're going on this cruise, and this one person felt the need to jump in the comments of the video and just shit all over the cruise line. And you're going to come back and be like, "Oh my God, you were so right." You blah blah. Can people not just be happy for people?
R-I-T-E.
Oh yeah, and the food is so sloopy. Instead of sloppy. I guess they meant to say sloppy. But it's like, can you not just be happy for people? I don't understand people like that who have zero ability to be happy for others, that instead they must find a way to crap on somebody else's happiness. It has never made sense to me.
I am the same way. I told you so. I told you so. I told you. I warned you. Chris, group text. Mm-hmm. Man, Kevin, you've been telling me this all along. I can't believe it. I told you.
Yeah, but in a positive way. There's a way to do it, and that person is just like,
I've been telling him from day one what he could and should do and was capable of on his channel and all the success that he would have. Mm-hmm. But I also told him that today, figuratively, is the right time. Mm-hmm. Because at that time, he wasn't, he heard me, but he wasn't really listening. Mm-hmm. And then everything that he's been through to get to this point today makes it the right time. It's kind of like when you go see the Oracle and she goes, "You got the gift, but you're waiting on something."
Yeah.
And that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
And I think maybe that's where we are today. Like, I was waiting on something. Mm-hmm. Maybe it was Eva Zubek. Maybe it was some of this other content I've been watching. Maybe it was a change in the algorithm. I don't know. But I'm ready to switch it up.
I like it.
And I wanted to say thank you guys. So make sure you check us out on all channels, here, there, everywhere. I got some links in the description, as well as if you do want to check us out on Patreon, come on over. And you don't have to comment and say, I can't afford Patreon, because there's content over there that's free. It's just another place where we are able to upload and share that's not here.
Yeah.
Okay. So you don't have to, be in your feelings about anything about that, because there's free stuff over there that won't be here.
Yeah.
And, if you want it all, you kind of got to be everywhere, because honestly, I have no clue what's going to happen next or where I'm going to put it.
Yep.
And, it's just, this is, get used to this. Get used to this. She is a mere child in an adult's body.
It's fine.
And with all the different channels that we have and probably will have moving forward, especially now that I kind of see the door opening on how to really blow up channels and grow them very quickly, it could be anything.
Yeah.
But odds are that everything will be in its place. So this will be more me and you, more me, you, less news. It's kind of news, like we talk news, but not like the video is going to be about us, and news will be
conversation about news, if you will.
And then
as
you got
opposed to
Squirrel Tribe, which
working on it,
which, in my opinion, Squirrel Tribe could end up being like Eva Zubek, where it's like, where'd you go? Just took some time off. As she said that she was working on another channel. And it's just kind of like, you know what? I'm going to take a break from this and I'm going to do this, you know? So, and then you got 2.0, which is just fun. You got Life, which is
extra fun,
more fun. And then I got another channel I haven't told anybody about. I started yesterday.
Good.
And I don't even know what it's going to be, but I guess it's going to be more like what this channel will be, but from the start.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Yes.
Because the algorithm does its thing, you know? But I'm also super interested in seeing if I can tell the algorithm what I wanted to do. But then we have, I think that's pretty much it. I think I'm going to limit it to that so I don't get stretched too thin.
But there's the car one still?
There is a car one, but I think I'm going to end up putting that on the channel that's really more for me.
Okay, that makes sense.
Because the car channel, it's like I'm not super interested in
only cars,
doing cars all the time.
Yeah.
So I really want something that's really more for me. And whatever interest that may be.
Kevin 2.0, got it.
And then for sure, of course, obviously, Patreon.
Obviously.
Patreon, which is...
You gotta say it like Snape.
Patreon is going to be a lot of fun.
It already is.
Yeah. Like, that's... The ability to upload so many different types between videos and blogs and polls and images and then have that dialogue and then send the messages and the live chat, the interactive live chat like that. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
What are we going to do for breakfast?
I was going to say, do you want breakfast?
You know, I think I do. I think I'm going to do the oatmeal. Well, they might have changed it today.
No, they still have oatmeal every day, but they have scrambled eggs today and kielbasa sausage and hash brown, like McDonald's ones.
Yeah. I'm not going to do that quiche because...
I didn't do it yesterday. I knew better.
I did it, but I muscled through it all day. Like, it wanted to come back up.
Yeah, I knew better. There was a lot of stuff happening in that little top part, and I was like, no, we have one bathroom that the three of us are sharing. I'm not doing this.
We'll go eat breakfast, and we'll get ready to get up out of here. And, see you guys. I guess we'll see you when we
see you when you see you.
When we see you. Just keep on trucking.
You're a nerd.
Oh, I got the key.
I got it.
I'm about to say.
You're like, well, we live out here now too. We all live out here. So I'm going with the paper plate. That's what I did.
All right, so we got hash browns and sausage, and then scrambled eggs instead of okay.
Yeah. So you want everything? It's fun when you see couples who've clearly been married for a very long time. You want oatmeal too, right?
Please.
More coffee, water, orange juice, or apple juice?
Oh, I'm good.
Yeah. Hold on, I'll be right back. The moms wanted apples and peanut butter yesterday and they forgot it, so I grab it now so we don't forget. I was gonna eat my leftovers, but since we're out here, it doesn't look bad.
Thank you.
I got enough.